You have a lot of values in the way you work, your work ethic, and by the sounds of it, where does that come from, and who is your idol that inspired that? If that makes sense.
Yeah. So my idol, well, this one always gets a laugh, is Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course. And I always think about his work ethic and the idea that he was best in class.
Well, no, why does that get laughed at?
Well, because the first thing people think of course, is, you know, this big muscly...
tried to kill you.
Well,
okay.
exactly.
yeah,
But get to the chopper and all this kind of stuff, right? It's kind of... So, straight away, that's what people think. They're like, you know, muscly, you know, bodybuilding, all that kind of thing. But actually, when you look at his journey and his story, you know, this Austrian guy that grew up in this tiny little village, who had this ambition of becoming a bodybuilder because he had he had a poster on his wall. That poster was a bodybuilder that became He-Man. And so
I used to love He-Man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so he knew the first step was to become, you know, Mr. Universe. And so when he was enrolled into the Austrian army, he would get out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning and pump weights. So he used to store them in the tank, pull them out, pump iron, and go back. So anyway, so he transpires, and then as he gets bigger and bigger and bigger and best in class, that of course then gives him the platform to move into Hollywood. Yeah. And of course then he had to perfect what he was doing there. But what was interesting, he made his first $1 million in property, and not in bodybuilding nor in Hollywood, but then became the first $1 million actor. Right. So
I never even knew that.
Right. So when you start thinking of this, and then of course he has an ambition to become the governor of California. Yeah. Which is what I think one of the biggest economies in the US. So when you actually think about it, how can this kid that grew up in this tiny little village, not speaking a word of English, become best in class in 3 completely different professions? And for me, that blows my mind. And that all just comes down to focus, hard work, and discipline.
Yeah, that's mad. That's interesting, man. Like, by the way, I don't find it funny. Like, I think it's quite inspiring. Yeah. That is actually sick. Yeah. So
when you break it down, so my parents were always like, you know, just make sure you work hard and you put everything into it, leave it all out on the table. We were kind of drilled like that as kids, you know, whether it be in sport or, you know, academia or whatever it was. And so, you know, actually with you know, myself and my siblings, we're all kind of geared in the same way.
That's incredible. Yeah. No way. That's incredible. I love things like that because it really puts it into perspective. Don't worry, guys. If you've got an idol that you're embarrassed of, it's fine. Because no, I'm joking. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry.
He's been teeing that one up. He's been
I'm sorry.
He's been waiting for this moment for like 30 minutes, just like.
But one last question that I actually had is
very good.
To close it out is actually I had 2 questions. Actually, the first one was, you've met loads of celebrities. Yeah. This might be a little bit of a sticky one, but just think about it. Yeah. What is the strangest celebrity interaction you've had?
That was a really, really, really cool moment where...
Okay.
Do you remember when Leonardo DiCaprio and Jamie Foxx were in a film called Django?
I love that film.
Right. That was it's an amazing, amazing film. Now, I was in Sydney, in Australia, and we were in this club called Marquee. And I remember we had this... kind of like private booth, if you like. We had our own guard with us, and right across from us were Leonardo DiCaprio and Jamie Foxx.
That's so weird to see them right across, isn't it?
I mean, it was literally a stone's throw away.
Yeah.
And it was probably one of the coolest things I ever seen. He just kind of looked at us, kind of nodded, and then just casually sent over a bottle of Ace of Spades, bottle of champagne.
What?
To kind of see
in the club?
In the club. Yeah. So it was just one of these moments where we poured the glass. Yeah. And he just casually cheersed us. And,
what?
And that was it. And actually that night Jamie Foxx got on the mic, kind of started singing in the club and all this kind of thing. It was amazing.
I think that's with a pinch me moment as well, bro. Yeah. In terms of imagine chilling in the club, and one of the most generational actors ever just says, "Yo, yeah, Ace of Spades." How much was that Ace of Spades for?
Mate, I don't know,
bro.
I don't know. At the time, I was a young lad, so I don't know. If
oh shit! Because this must have been about
this is a decent time ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah. This is before my time at Edit. This was just sheer coincidence. It was New Year's Eve. Sydney.
That is such a nice gesture.
It was just one of those moments where he's just kind of looked over and just gone, let's just look after these guys over here.
That is such a big flex.
Yeah.
Yo, Leonardo DiCaprio bought me some champs. That's so mad. That's such a flex, bro.
Really, really cool. Yeah.
What? Did you send one in return?
Oh, mate. What, like a bottle of Moet?
Yeah.
Bottle of Lambrini or something like that.
Imagine sending
some of England's finest.
Yeah, don't worry, this was on me.
Yeah.
It's like Jameson's or something, whiskey. Yeah, bro, I got you.
That's it, man.
Mate, that is class.
Yeah.
As if, man.
I think it was when Jamie Foxx got on the mic and started spitting and started singing.
Yeah.
That was, honestly, that's probably something I'll never ever see again. Right?
Still be mine.
That's it.
When I'm in need.
That's
Yo, so sick.
That's it.
Mad thing. Hopefully, when I'm in the club next time, Moses is going to buy me. I'm joking.
I'll buy that bottle of Lambrini, I promised you. That's it.
Yo, Lambrini goes down heavy in my family, so say no more. I love it. As if that is such a story. I love that. What is next for Edit yourself and Edit London?
Yeah, I think for Edit.
I'm still getting my head around that. All
Yeah,
right. Okay, I'm back.
It's insane.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's
Yeah.
So I think for Edit, we're going to be working. So resale will still be, part and parcel of what we're doing. But we've got this huge brand direct strategy going on, which is basically taking lots of cool, identifying lots of cool independent brands, bring them under one roof, and giving that kind of like trusted seal of approval, as it were. And so that's very much Edit, and we're going to be kind of growing that, and looking at again really cool ways in terms of we can elevate the brand. And of course, we've just collaborated with Def Jam Records, and we've got some other things in the pipeline. I think for myself, still very much focused on Edit. I work with some other brands outside of Edit in UK and international.
Your own brand. I forgot to even mention that. Are you even allowed to say anything about that yet?
So there is something coming up called London Sunshine Club. Is that the one?
Yes, bro. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah.
So there is a cool brand coming out at the moment. Which we've got a team of people working on in the background, which would be really, really cool.
It's really good stuff, guys. If you want to go and have a look, you've got an Instagram. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Type it on Instagram and give it a look, man. So